tax season is just around the corner, but we have someone here to help, and it's not me. Welcome back to Get Connected. I'm your host, Con Jackson. We're going to be talking to the financial expert about tax season, saving money, and even the craze of prenups. She wrote about it in her blog. I'm going to have to ask her, so it's great to welcome Vera to Get Connected. Welcome.
Hi, Con.
Well, hey, Vera, it's great having you with us, and in just a moment we'll ask you about some great tax tip advice. But first and foremost, I read in your blog that you think that by 2020, 50% of us will have prenups when we get married.
I know. Can you believe it? That's because there's all these. There's all these. Well, I think you should have a prenup, particularly in a second marriage. Yeah.
And then what about?
Because look at all the money getting in the wrong hands, right? Stepkids, evil people.
Evil people. I love it, Vera. Now, also, I know that you really believe that so many people out there do not live within their means. Why do you think that happens?
Well, it's sort of the aspirational people. We want to be like the Jones. We want to keep up with the neighbors. We're seeing a little bit less of this now with the economic downturn, quite honestly. But we saw a lot of it leading up to the economic downturn when people were just consuming, getting the big cars, getting the big houses, the whole 9 yards, to compete with the Jones, just to keep up with the Jones.
Now, Vera, you just mentioned the housing market, but I also know that you have a formula when it comes to our household expenses that they should run between 25 and 28%. What factors are included in that?
Everything. So that would be your mortgage. That would be, I think, everything but your property taxes, because that's a whole other thing, and those are through the roof in any number of states, particularly New Jersey. Just ridiculous. So your housing costs would be your insurance, your mortgage, everything else that goes into it, minus your property taxes.
Now, would you also include utilities?
Outside maintenance costs, no. Like if you're fixing a leaky roof and that type of thing, just your regular fixed costs.
Well, Vera, that's very interesting, but now it's time to turn our attention to your tax